Hey DecoNetwork members, Business Development Manager Zach Dewars here with Kevin at Ricoma. How's it going?
It's good, man. It's been a great show so far. We're excited to have you guys and excited to have this. So,
yeah, we're at the Printing United Expo.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been to a show this big. I know Long Beach Impressions is another animal.
Yeah.
This is bigger.
Big. A lot of planning, a lot of thinking on top of the box. But yeah, it's exciting.
Absolutely. So, Ricoma, bread and butter's always been embroidery.
Yeah. Well, it's been really our embroidery for close to 25 years now, and the beauty of it is that we really kind of expanded within the last 5 years, really by how we've sold our value and is having great machines, and we love our product, and so yeah, we've been in the business for 25 years now. So,
and we at DecoNetwork attended the Deco Summit, which I highly recommend for anybody who's just starting off, because the amount of knowledge that Ricoma shared at that summit was really eye-opening, and I learned a lot about Ricoma. What really impressed me is you guys are kind of a all-in-one solution as far as what you manufacture the product.
Yep.
You then sell the product and you service it.
Yeah, we're direct to consumer. So we're one of the only ones that actually manufacture all of our products. We help support and actually distribute them directly to the clients. And so there's no middleman. We go directly we're from the manufacturer. We have our headquarters here in Miami. So it helps with communication. We have all our parts here in Miami so we can overnight next day. So we have the great support. Yeah.
Yep, and I've bought more expensive equipment and I didn't get the support.
Yeah.
And it's been very frustrating.
Yeah. Definitely when you, and the beauty of it is like, you don't plan to have mistakes, but when it does, you want to have the backup. And so we have all of everything, the support, the parts, everything ready. And so that's why we pride ourselves in our products and making sure that we have the best support.
And when I first started, I started with screen printing, then DTG, and I outsourced my embroidery.
Yeah.
And I really when I got into it, I was like, well, it's all in the digitizing.
Yeah.
No. It is more than just the digitizing and hooping. You got to use the right size needle.
Yep.
You have to have the right tension.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of variables to get right, and having that support to be able to reach out like, hey, I'm trying to sew this jacket, which is a different concept than this polo.
Yeah, and it's very intimidating, entering a business for the first time, and part of it is, what do I do now? It's not just pressing start. It's know what needles there are, stabilizers, and all of that. That's part of the beauty of just getting into it and knowing that you got that support. I got the question about this. How can I do it? So yeah, that's and best of all, it's 7 days a week. So we got support even after hours. Things always happen for some reason on a Saturday.
They do. I mean, I'm an entrepreneur. There's no day off.
Yeah.
If I got to catch up to a job, I've hooped on Saturdays.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And you know, like you said, so many variables, even just the backing. Oh my gosh. That's been a...
Yeah. What type of needle should I use? Right? Like, oh, no. And then applications. Now I switch to a hat. What do I do? Yeah, so that's the beauty. Our service team is there 7 days a week on Monday through Friday and Saturday and Sunday. So they're great there. Yeah.
A couple other things I really liked what I learned at the Deco Summit.
Yeah.
One, financing. Tell me a little bit about how that works.
Yeah. So we have great 0% interest financing. Nowhere right now, especially during the economy, we can offer 0% interest. So we're offering 0% interest, little to no money down, and really financing that gets you available for as low as $130 a month, and really up to $277 a month, depending on the machinery.
Wow. I mean, again, I spent a lot of money on my last piece of equipment. I didn't get a long-term. No interest financing.
No, and no interest, no money down. Where can you start with no capital? Right, and you don't have to invest in anything. Just get started at 0% interest, no money down, and the machine's making money for you.
Tell me a little bit about Ricoma software, because I do know that that's another thing that makes Ricoma very unique. Yeah,
so digitizing is great because it's both PC and Mac. So a lot of people are accustomed to their Mac, and so we have our Mac guys, and part of that is that we have both PC and Mac, both compatible on that side. We have different levels. We can have entry level or more experienced digitizers, and we also have that support. Because it's networked and it's supported by Ricoma, we have that same 7 days a week support.
And how does that work when I buy a machine?
Yeah, so that's all included so far too. So everything when it comes to a full package comes with the machine, digitizing software, the machine, the hoops, the stands, everything is included with that digitizing software.
I've never seen an embroidery machine come with digitizing software. Like
and part of that is like, do I start outsourcing that now? That's another worry. And we have trainings every single day on Chroma to get you started. Even if you're novice in the illustrating, we can also start with that too. Yeah.
Well, and again, like we're doing a pretty intricate design here.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times, this is how complicated it is,
Yeah.
and that's not hard to
Yeah.
do yourself.
Yeah.
With Chroma.
Exactly, and then just simple branding helps out. Yeah, and even down to the hats, everything. So
yep,
exciting.
And again, I see a lot of different machines. One thing that's new with you guys is you're getting outside of just embroidery, right?
Yeah. So we can kind of walk around. If you can kind of follow us.
Big booth.
Yeah, we have all different types of machinery, from single heads to multi-heads, to do hats on.
And for those who don't know, a hat machine is no different than one that sews on flats. It's just a different hoop that's used.
Exactly. Correct.
So started bringing out heat presses.
Yep.
Is it a drawer?
Yep. So we can kind of slide out. Slides out, so that way you're not burning your fingers and putting it over there. Slide it back out. It has a self-timer, so that way when you put it at 30 seconds or 4 seconds, it starts popping back up.
Yep, the magnetic releases.
Yep.
Oh, and that's a gentle, because I've had one that
it just hurts you.
Boom, it flies open.
Yeah.
How much is a heat press like this one?
Well, it can range from $800, some are $600, just depending on the sizing. This is a 15 by 15, some are 16 by 20. So
that's a 16
this is
by 20.
16 by 20, yeah. And then we have the 15 by 15 back there. And so, yeah, it just varies. And we also have hat presses too.
Very nice. And I even see a mug press.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mix of everything. And that's part of the mixed media that we've been entering. That's a little bit different from the past. Now, a few years now, we've been entering printing and heat presses and stuff too.
So, inkjet digital transfers.
Yep.
Kind of more of a little bit of your entry level digital printing method.
Yep. Very simple to start, almost similar to your desktop printer, white toner. You press start, it puts into a paper, transfer it over, and you're good to go.
I once had an Oki that did the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And then what I did was I upgraded to the DTG.
Oh, yeah.
And I still have my DTG printer, but I hate to pre-treat.
Yeah.
I love DTF.
Yeah.
And you guys now have 2 different DTF machines here, right?
Yep. So this is our 24-inch, and we can kind of see it in action. Everything is in there. And so part of that is that we have it printed white, then goes to the powder, and then goes here, and then to the oven in the curing.
And you have the shaker right here.
All the shaker, yep. And it rolls to itself, so you can start cutting that out, sell it as a service, or you print it out. So the beauty of it is that you can bulk print everything, and so if you have a large or a medium, and you know what size, you can print it, and then you press it later.
Yeah, I mean, everybody who buys a DTF machine, in my experience, then sells transfers for those who haven't pulled the trigger yet.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it is in the infancy stages as far as the technology goes. I mean, it's changing very quickly.
Every day.
Oh, absolutely. It's a very attractive setup, nice and clean.
Yeah.
I think it's a different machine that I saw at Long Beach.
Yeah, and that's part of the innovation every single.
Oh, it is. That is how
it's very active.
It is going.
Yeah, and then we also released our 12-inch, all included, so the casing is a little bit different.
Oh, I do see it's all one.
Yeah, the oven's all included, the powder. So instead of having the printer separate, all included in one thing. So we'll see differences on just the innovation between the 12-inch and the 24-inch.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to call it the old school.
Yeah.
It's not
the old reliable.
But the DTG.
Yeah.
The best thing about DTG when comparing it to DTF is the hand.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That water-based ink feels good. But like we've talked about, I mean, it's all getting better. And this thing technically can be used
as
to print a DTF.
Yeah, correct, yeah.
You just have to manually powder it.
That's it, yeah. And the cool thing about this is that you can use it as a DTG, DTF, and that's all from the powder system, so inverting the white to last instead, and you're good to go, yeah.
Is the software pretty compatible to be able to reverse it?
It's the same software, yeah. It's the same software for our Chroma and also our RP, which is going to be ViviRip, yep.
So it's already kind of baked in to be able to reverse that?
Yep, as simple as a button.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so again, embroidery, heat presses, inkjet, laser, DTG, DTF. I just don't see any other manufacturers doing it all. Like M&R now has screen, they have the digital squeegee, they have the DTG, and now DTF. No embroidery.
Yeah.
And so, in my opinion, the way I look at it is, This is the most complicated thing to teach, typically. I mean, it's got a bigger learning curve.
Of course.
Well, that and screen printing, but the fact Ricoma's the only one that I know doing it all. And again, that support is what I'm quickly learning, is what kind of sets you guys apart.
It definitely is, and part of the ecosystem is that we want a person to have reliability and comfortability with one brand. And can I start my business going here? And then part of the research is, can I trust this brand? Can I trust this company? Do they have right products? And so us being the manufacturer for all of our products helps build the reliability and the branding. We want the ecosystem to know that you start an embroidery company, you can also now start transitioning to printing or vice versa.
And yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've tried to do puff and I can't get it to look like that. But all I got to do is like, hey, send you a photo. This is what I'm running into.
What can I do?
What do you suggest?
What can I do differently?
Better look. That looks great.
Great.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much for your time.
I appreciate it.
Again, highly suggest you check out Ricoma. Great support, great company. Check out the Deco Summit in Miami. It's never a bad time to go to Miami.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kevin.
Take care.